We equally apply to tender a memo from the Austin Project Coordinator to CEO Mr. Mustafa Bacheli. The subject is End of Health Project. The date is 31st of August 2023.
A memo dated the 8th of July, 2023. The memo is from the project coordinator, and the attention of the CEO was made, and the memo emanated from the health component consultant. And the subject is Health Component Report, January to June 2023. The second document is dated the 31st of August 2023, and it is addressed, it's also a memo addressed to the Chief Matron from the Austin Project Coordinator, also addressed to the CEO, Mr. Mustafa Bacheli, and copied to the Steering Committee, CityLink Stroke Project Coordinator. And it has the subject, End of Health EU Project. The said memo is not signed. The third document is the effectiveness of aloe vera fresh leaf compared with 1% silver sulfadine cream in the healing of second-degree burns, a comparative study, and it's further stated preliminary results. This report also is not authenticated, it's not signed. There's no indication as to who is the author of the said report. These three documents are admitted together as exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/PIG/008.
As the commission places. Now, you sent Jonas a budget with the cost of the materials that are to be purchased at some point. This would be in 2022. Do you recall this?
February 2022?
Yes.
Yes, I sent it to the project coordinator.
Do you have it?
Yes, I have it here. That's the request for bond recycling materials.
Yes. May
Yes.
I please see that?
All right. So I just wanted to mention that the documents that are shared here, they are all printouts.
Yes.
The original were submitted and signed
Yes.
and submitted to BCC project office.
It's noted.
Yes.
We apply to tender the request for bond research training materials sent to the project coordinator through the project manager from the health consultant as the witness. The date is 7th of February 2022, that's the memo. Containing the training materials, the research materials to be purchased, to be admitted into evidence and marked as an exhibit. You did not send this to your honors. You sent it to the project
Coordinator. That is Ma'am Lai.
The memo dated the 7th of February 2022, it is addressed to the project coordinator through the project manager, and the attention of the CEO and finance director was drawn, and the memo is from the health consultant. It has the subject, request for bond research training materials. This memo is admitted in evidence as exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/VIG/009.
Ask the commission, please. Now, that document does not have the costing.
Right.
Why is that? For instance, you've mentioned that you will need the training materials. You will need an A4 size paper, 5 cartons, pens, 5 buckets, pencils, 3 packets, hard drive, 500 GB, laptop, you said a quality one, phone and camera, quality one, projector, sterile dressing tray with 3 dressing forceps, 3 gallipots, kidney dish, scissor, enough gauze and swabs, 9 sterile gloves, 10 receiver of 30 swabs, 11 povidone normal saline, 12 1% silver sulfate is zinc, diazine, 13 bandage, 14 plaster or surgical adhesive, 15 paraffin oil, 16 tape measure, 17 scissors, and 18 soap. The last 19 is water. Okay, you did not, for some, you did not state the quantity, and the price is not there. The research material, the gloves, the face masks, the paraffin solution, the paraffin oil, povidone, Dettol liquid, the list goes on and on. Towels, swabs, gauze, aloe vera pots, bandages of different sizes. It didn't state the different sizes. Trays and other tools for aloe vera, patient nutrition during admission. But the quantities for most of them that you will need is not present, it's not stated, and the price or unit price. Is there any reason why?
Right. Can you proceed and complete the sentence? You've mentioned the listed items. Can you continue the write-up?
Come again?
Can you continue the write-up? Where it ended? Yes.
Okay. You said, I can still start from the request for bond research. It says, I hereby request for the purchase of the research training materials. The training is scheduled for the 21st to 25th of February 2022. The research protocol has been finalized. The research tools are to be printed. We will need to do several copies. Immediately after the training, we will kick-start the actual research, which is March 1st, 2022. The hospital has already given the approval through the Deputy Chief Medical Director. The items to be bought are for the training and research are listed below. The last part says, I've already read the items. That the items listed below are assorted because it will be consumed for a period of 6 months. I request that all are to be purchased to avoid delay of our work. Visibility materials will be needed before the research. Few are to be printed to be displayed at the hospital for patient enlightening. I as well request for it to be printed. Our partners gave out the materials and it is in a flash drive. I hope to hear from you all before the due date. Yes?
Yeah. So like, since you can see those items listed, I mentioned that like I was gonna write the quantity and their prices.
Yes.
But they mentioned that since they already have the budget, which is indicated there, let me just list down what I need for them to procure and then deliver it to the hospital.
But the budget does not have that. Does the budget have the quantity?
Assorted. No, they didn't have the quantity.
Come
Because
again?
I requested them to, like, there was a procurement officer, let them go and get those lists of
Yes.
items, you understand, to get at least 3 different invoices, I believe. That's the normal procedure. I told them that I cannot go and do it because it's not my mandate to go and get those items, the prices. So I give them the list that they need to go and get
Yes.
so they can purchase it. Because I won't know the amount.
Because you what?
I won't know the prices.
You will know the prices?
Yes, because since they have a procurement officer and they have also an account unit, I believe that that letter that was addressed to the different people, they can attention it to the one in charge to go and get those prices.
So they are the ones who came up with the actual prices?
Yes.
Not you?
Not me, no.
And who in particular?
I can't say. I don't know
Who were you dealing with? You sent this to the coordinator?
I sent it to the coordinator so that the coordinator will deal with its team. We
Yes.
have a team there. Gano is there, and the
How
former
about if
procurement
they give
officer
you-
was there.
How about they give you a quantity you do not need, or is less than what you will need?
I indicated the quantities I need for the duration of 6 months because most of them were assorted.
Okay. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
Madam Sanyang,
Yes.
given the fact that you're the consultant and the budget did not specify a lot of things, a global sum was just identified. How did the project coordinator arrive at this amount if they did not consult you to know exactly what are the sort of materials? Was the budget prepared before you were consulted?
Yes. It was prepared. For me, I was just like.
So let me
Okay.
find out further. So you did not have an input in the budget?
No, not at
Could you
all.
please kindly give me the Exhibit 6 and I think Exhibit 4 that are the 2 budgets. Let me just find out 1 or 2 things from the witness. Yes, it's Exhibit 4 and Exhibit 6. I'm going to give you these 2 exhibits. If you look at Exhibit 4, it has some total put together for the purchase of items. For instance, let me refer you to item 6.15 and item 6.17. And please tell me how you reconcile this together with this last document that is admitted and Exhibit 6 that has also, for instance, numbers 5 and 6. How did you arrive at these figures? You have also said that what you have requested for was for the period of
6 months.
6 months. And kindly tell us these materials that you have requested for, what was the qualification in terms of the number of patients that you needed to cover? If you look at Exhibit 4 and Exhibit 6, you will see that there are items that are one and the same, if I can put it that way.
Like the Exhibit 4 is the transportation and communication,
Yes?
and the last one is the dressing and miscellaneous.
Yes.
Yes. So
Are
you can,
those not included in this last exhibit that we admitted? As per the list of things that you will need?
yes.
Yes.
So as you firstly asked whether this budget was prepared, like I was part of it. I wasn't part of the budget being prepared.
Yes.
They did their effort, like everything that they need to do,
Yes.
and then consulted me
Yes.
to look at the budget.
Yes.
You understand? So this was just an estimation of things that they need to buy. So at the end, when you go to the market, you won't know how much, unless you go to the market to know how much they cost. So this was just a draft budget that we were following, that was guiding us.
Now, my question is, do you think it would have been prudent on the side of the project coordinator to have consulted you to have a proper listing of what you need and probably the possible cost range of what you would have needed?
Right. It should have been done like that. But the project coordinator, that is Ma'am Laija, mentioned that they have a team that will do that.
You said?
They have a team that will do that. So my case is just to do the health aspect. But when it comes to the finance and administration thing, they have to do it for themselves. So I was just using this to guide me. Yes.
So you were never involved in the procurement?
No.
You were never
When it
involved
comes
in
to
any,
the procurement, yes. When it
any
comes
procurement
when it comes to
whatsoever?
the procurement,
Yes.
what they cannot get. That's the time they will involve me. Phabian, can you try and get this? Since you know more about this medicine, please help us to get this done. But I always inform them that go to the market, get the prices, let me know. Unless and until we cannot get it from the pharmacist or what we need to purchase from the pharmacist.
Thank you. Can you please bring the exhibits and give them to Council? Council, you may proceed.
Now, you did not do the costing for the individual, for the different items.
Some, which of the items?
Did you at any point do any costing for any item?
I think so, but I can't remember.
You can't remember?
Yes.
Okay. Now, it was the project coordinator who sent this to Jonas.
The document?
Yes.
The one I just submitted?
Requesting for the amount for your memo. You wrote to the project coordinator.
I wrote to the project coordinator so they can facilitate it.
Yes.
Yes.
They wrote to Jonas. Were you aware?
No.
You were aware?
No.
Okay. And when they wrote to Jonas, Jonas responded. But let me show you. It is, because subsequently you were given $100,000 at some point.
To buy what? To get what?
$100,000 was paid to you.
Okay.
It says being cost of the procurement of medical items for the aloe vera born wounds research activity on the health company. Were you given money?
I can't remember, but I know that.
If you were given money, will you remember?
Yes. Can you just elaborate more on it? Because I can't remember. It's been like 3 or 4 years.
Okay. The purchasing done from Caraba Pharmaceuticals, was it done by you?
Pharmacy, Caraba Pharmacy? Yes.
You did the purchasing?
Yes.
They gave you the money?
Yes, because they gave me, like, I went to get an invoice there because the time was not on my side. So I asked them, okay, since it's the nearest pharmacy, let me go to Caraba Pharmacy because it's around the hospital. So I went to Caraba Pharmacy and also Banjul Pharmacy to get also an invoice.
Was the
I
money
can send that to them.
Was the money given to you?
It was paid directly to the pharmacy,
Okay, by?
the accountant.
So it wasn't paid to you?
No, it was
Okay.
paid to the pharmacy.
You only facilitated, you obtain the invoice and then they do the payment.
Yes, and I also receive it from the pharmacy and then hand it over to the hospital.
Caraba Pharmaceuticals as well?
Caraba Pharmacy,
Yes.
yes. And there were some things that were given to me to purchase, that is like BP machine and other things. There was a sum given to me.
How much?
I can't remember.
Okay, we will need you to, after your testimony today, we'll give you another date. So when you come back, you can give us some accurate information regarding
Okay.
the amount. Was it given to you in cash or check transfer?
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
Yes.
You don't have a file for this, do you?
Most of the time, I just send it to them. Whatever I write or whatever I do, I submit it to them, to the office. But there were some I archive them, like whatever I request for or whatever was given to me as well.
Let me show you a voucher that has, do you have any document with you that bears your signature currently with you?
No.
Can you sign on a piece of paper?
Okay, sure.
Your signature, your official signature. Do you recall signing vouchers with the Austin Project to receive money?
No, I can't remember.
You
Let
can't
me just
remember.
put my signature, yes.
Did you sign already?
No, I'm just signing now.
All right. How many signatures do you have?
Two. One signature, that's the one I sent.
Okay. But you can't recall signing a voucher?
No, I can't remember.
You can't recall-
Unless you mention it, I can't remember.
You can't
what's
recall
indicates.
receiving $100,000?
No.
You can't recall procuring aloe vera, burn wounds?
No, I did not buy the aloe vera.
You didn't buy the aloe vera?
At all, because they were the ones who consulted the lady and get everything. At the end, they brought it, they say, Phabian, the aloe veras are here.
Okay.
Yes.
Now-
But I have a pro forma invoice. I requested from the lady, Care for Natural,
That's how
just to
much?
send it to me, to at least to archive it, to know that they have purchased
How much
it.
is in the, well,
87,750.
may I please have it?
Yes.
That's for the aloe vera.
This was, I think, it's for the second phase. I don't know the first phase, because they purchased twice.
What date was that?
This date was July 7th, 2021.
$83,500.
$87,750.
Let me please see that.
This was the one I can get, but I know that they purchased it twice.
All right. We apply to tender a pro forma invoice sent to the CityLink Austin Banjul into evidence as an exhibit. Yeah, I get it. I get 100%.
A pro forma invoice dated the 7th of July 2021. It is addressed to CityLink Austin Banjul. Attention is Mrs. Phabian Grant Sanyang, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, Banjul. And the pro forma invoice is from Care for Natural African Beauty Foundation off Batel Harden Highway, Kololi. The said pro forma invoice is admitted in evidence as an exhibit, and it is marked as LGC/BCC/PIG/010.
As the commission places. Now, I will ask you a very direct question before I tell you why I wanted your signature. Were you asked at any time by anyone in the either the procurement or the project team, that is the coordinator or the project manager or anybody else in the area council affiliated with this project? 2, increase the prices of items you were to procure.
Prices of items? No.
Yes.
Because actually, I don't even sit there. I don't deal with them. So whatever they do, most of the things, they don't involve me. They do their own stuffs. At the end, they will come, oh, Phoebe, we got this. You can proceed and inform the hospital. I said, you got something without informing me. Because I know that anytime they mention health, I have to sit down. But they do their own things at the end, do their own prices, whatever they want to do, that can satisfy their needs, and then later on come out. But I have never sit down with them to look for increasing of prices. Isn't ethical for my profession.
The only prices that you suggested were the ones from Kedaba Pharmaceuticals, because you obtained the invoice.
The invoice, yes. They gave me the invoice. Because Keta went there and communicated with them. These are the things that we need.
Keta went where?
Keta went and communicated with them. So Phabian, you can go to the Caraba Pharmacy. We've already identified them. They are part of the GPPA. So I think they can give you those prices, like the item that you need.
Who is Keta?
Keta was the former procurement officer who was there.
He is the one who asked you, directed you to go to Caraba?
Yes.
So it was never done on your own volition?
No. But that's why I gave that letter and mentioned the list of items.
Yes.
I asked them that since he is the procurement officer, I believe that he can go and get invoices and then bring it.
So he went to Keraba and discussed with Keraba. And now based on his discussion with Keraba, that's where the procurement, the pro forma invoice emanated
They are given
from.
to me, yes.
So it was just given to you, but you never negotiated these prices?
No.
You never discussed these prices?
No.
Would you know whether these prices are the market prices for this item?
I won't know.
You would not know? Did you at any
What
point?
I know is I just wanted the materials and to kickstart the work.
Do you know whether at any point some of these prices were a bit high, on the high side?
I won't know.
Did you suspect that?
I won't know.
No, you will suspect that. You're familiar with this.
Not all, because these were in bulk.
They were?
In bulk.
No, but they were itemized. And you will see the description, the unit price, and the amount. For instance, when they say hand sanitizer, the unit price is $2,000, right?
Yes.
And you see something like face mask, the unit price is $5,000. What kind of, maybe you can read well, I cannot read the writing. But it says 8 by 6 hand sanitizer, $5,000. I don't know, it says unit price.
So I don't see whether the pharmacy people can do this.
Come again?
I don't see whether the pharmacy people can do this. Anyway, I won't know how it transfers.
You don't?
Think they can increase prices like that.
Oh, well, everybody can do that. Anybody can do that. That's the reality. But how do you think they mess up with procurement? Surgical gloves, the unit cost of the 10 box by 50, I don't know, is it pairs or what? Is $1,800. Sterilized gas by 10, $120. You know, let me show you the invoice. The issue why it is important is it was in fact kind of flagged by the Austin Jonas. Jonas stated that the prices are too high.
Too high.
Were you aware of that?
No.
You were not aware of that?
No.
Okay, let me show you this invoice first. this voucher number 831, with the details of payment requested stating being allocation to take care of the cost of the procurement of medical items for the aloe vera born wounds research activity on the health component, the amount of which is $100,000. It is prepared by Mohamed Cham, signed by Mohamed Cham, and has your name, Phabian Ina Grante, sign. Your number 7387777, correct?
Right.
The date 10th of March 2022, and a signature.
Is it the same signature I sent to you?
You tell me.
Let me see.
You tell us. Ms. Sanyang, excuse me, I have just been reminded that I call out your number, your telephone number on air, so maybe you excuse me for that.
It's okay.
Is that your signature?
It's not similar to what I sent to you.
So that is not your signature?
Mine is attached.
I
but
know.
there is separation here.
I know what I
Yes.
know. But that's why I asked that you sign first. So, but for the purpose of the evidence, we need to have a definitive answer. Is that your signature?
No, because mine is closed,
Yeah.
but the signature is open.
Yeah. So that is not your signature.
It's not my signature.
Can you please show that document to the voucher to the commissioners? The witness, Honorable Chairperson, has stated that the amount that was signed allegedly in her name for $100,000 was never signed by her. That's not her signature. The sample signature that we have from the witness, which we want to apply to have it admitted into evidence, is and marked as an exhibit is here. We equally apply to tender the voucher shown to the witness for allegedly receiving $100,000 for the purchase of the aloe vera item.
PV number 831, addressed to the payee, Phabian Ina Grante, and the details of the payments are being allocation to take care of the cost of the procurement of medical items for the aloe vera born wounds research activity of the health component. And the second document is a sample of the witness's signature. These two documents are admitted in evidence as exhibit, and they are marked as LGC/BCC/PIG/011.
Ask the commission, please. And you did not receive this money as well?
Not at all. I was even shocked saying this.
You were shocked saying it?
Yes, this is my first time even saying this. They know my name, yes, and you've mentioned my number. They know my number, but they forged the signature. That's not my signature.
Just give me a minute, let me get the document. Now, the project coordinator wrote this request for the procurement of the material. The memo is dated to 24th of February 2022. 24th of February 2022. It reads, I write to request for from the project manager to the project coordinator. I write to request for the approval of the procurement of medical materials for the aloe vera borne wounds research activity of the health component from Keraba Pharmaceuticals Limited. Now, for Keraba Pharmaceuticals, $123,000. For EcoMed, what is EcoMed?
It's a pharmaceutical outlet that sells different items based at Caraba Avenue.
$10,550. And for Phabian Grante, $100,000, which you said you never discussed with them, you never received any money, you never asked for this money. Now, all the medical materials cannot be secured from one company. Now, this is because of, excuse me, sometimes the way it is written, the language will appear to be wrong. This is because of the complexity of the medical materials. Other materials needed are flower-based big wooden tables, baby scale, IV, cephalus, how do you call it? Pronounce it CPHALOSPURIN.
CPH? Stethoscope?
Cephalosporin?
Stethoscope?
Cephalosporin.
CP?
CPHALOSPURIN.
CPHALOS?
PURIN.
POR?
RIN.
PORIN? N.
Yes.
Cephalosporin?
Yes. And Augmentia?
IV, right?
Yes.
It's antibiotics.
IV, yeah.
Yes, antibiotics.
Augmentia, shrinks, a normal saline,
Normal saline.
dextrose. These materials require buy-in from different shops around town. I recommend for the provision of $100,000 to Ms. Phabian Grante as an impress to procure these materials and retire to the office upon completion. You have said clearly,
Yes.
in no unequivocal terms, that you were not aware of this, you didn't receive money, you never asked for this money, and that's it.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Good. Are there questions for this witness?
Madam Sanyang,
Yes, ma'am.
the second page in your statement, if I may read, starting off on the first line, where you have indicated, you said, and I quote, on the issue of the payment voucher PV number 831 was a sum of $100,000 I received from the project for the procurement of medical items for the aloe vera borne wounds research activity of the health component, which I was directed to buy from Kairaba Pharmacy. Full stop. I could not have all the required items from Kairaba Pharmacy and eventually bought some of the items from the market. I understand that I was issued a receipt with the items I bought from Kairaba Pharmacy, but I did not have a receipt for the items I bought from the market. However, the issue of the same voucher indicating the receipt of $125,000 for the purchase of the said medical items is an oversight from the project management.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
This was my statement.
Yes.
Yes. I mentioned that I received, but the amount wasn't the day rate there. I did not receive the same amount. That bulk, because I requested for a bulk thing. So they gave me like the economic money that I bought the other items, but the full amount of 100,000 was not directly given to me.
Okay.
Yes.
But
I indicated here.
But how can we reconcile this from your written statement and from your oral statement that you have given us?
It's somehow contradicting.
Is the evidence consistent?
No.
In your view?
No.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed.
Phabian, that was going to be my next question. You stated this in your statement is it because you want to not say what you said already in your oral evidence? You decided to take responsibility because you had a good relationship with them and you did not want to throw them out of the bus?
Not really.
No, let me rephrase that. When you stated what you stated in your statement,
Reports, yeah.
seemingly agreeing to the fact that money was given to you, $100,000 to purchase, that was not true. Or was it true that money was given to you directly?
Not all money was given to me directly.
No, about the $100,000.
Yes, I mentioned it that was given, but not direct, not all were given, but the check indicated 100,000.
The check indicated?
100,000.
But what do you mean not all was given?
Because the other money were given to Karaba Pharmacy.
Yes.
Yes.
How much was given
The
to
aloe vera
Banjul?
money wasn't given to me. So what was given to me was to get the other items because we cannot get all the items at one place.
When was this? The amount what was given to you, when was this?
I can't remember when.
Come again?
I can't remember the date.
You can't remember the date
Yes.
as to when it was given to you. How much was given to you? How much was given to you?
I can't remember.
Was $100,000 given to you?
Not in cash. No, it wasn't given to me cash.
The issue is, how was it
I
given?
couldn't remember even being given a check to go and cash the check.
What your evidence is regarding this matter will either implicate you or exonerate you. The choice is yours. I know when people come to testify, sometimes they are either part of it or they just don't want to give evidence that will implicate somebody else. The evidence is yours. Right. Be it as it may, $100,000 was given and you have already said that this is not your signature.
Right.
Do you still stand by that? You still stand by that?
Yes.
You have said that you only write what is needed and they do the purchasing.
Yes.
You said in the case of Karaba Pharmaceuticals that you were directed by the procurement officer.
Yes.
That is also inconsistent with your statement to go and that was why how you get the invoice. Correct? But what you did say in your statement is that number one, that you were given $100,000, trying to tidy up the $100,000 evidence that was withdrawn from the accounts, which would suggest that no one needs to be implicated because you are the one who was given the money and you purchased the items.
Right.
We have music or mobile phone or computer that is playing. All right. And Phabian, the second part is that the issue regarding Caravan Shopping Center.
No, pharmacy.
Sorry, Caravan Pharmaceuticals. Maybe I did shopping during the weekend. Now, what is the truth? Did you sign this document or not? Again.
No, I didn't sign that document. I
Good.
can't remember. Definitely.
No, just
Because
hear
I
me
know
out.
that they indicated my name is there and also my
The
telephone
choice is
number
yours.
there. Yes.
The choice is yours
Right.
to say what obtained.
Right.
I know what obtained, but the choice is yours. The commissioners, they do not know what obtained. Now it's for you to say what obtained. Nobody is going to blame you because we found out. When I said that you signed on the paper, I knew that the signature appears to be different. Evidence has to come from you. It has to come from you. Did you receive the money in cash?
No, I can't remember receiving 100,000.
Do you need time to think about this? Because we will still get to the truth.
Yes, I can't remember, definitely.
You cannot remember what?
Me signing to get that money.
So you did not get the money.
Not all. I know that they gave me some money.
How
to
much
go,
did
but
they give
I did
you?
not withdraw any money from the bank.
You did not?
I cannot remember how much was given to me.
Do you need
Because
time?
it was Cham who was to give me money.
Do you need time?
Maybe to go back to my files, or if I can
No,
get a
if you
document.
need time, we can give you time.
Can't remember, that's the thing.
We can't hear you clearly.
I say I can't remember.
No, but if you need time, we can give you time. Because what happened is, Jonas wrote and said, "Hi Gano, I just looked at Fabian's original budget." Did you have a budget?
The budget given to me by them,
So do you have your own budget?
the budget of the staffs.
No, you're not answering the question. Do you have a budget?
What kind
Or
of
is it
budget?
only the staff budget you have?
That was, I can't remember that.
Do you have a budget for material and to purchase?
Based on what I submitted to you people? That's the
What you
budget I have.
submitted is not a budget. What you submitted are requests for items that you need, that you submitted to the project coordinator on 7th of February 2022,
Yeah.
where you said, I request for the purchase of the research training material, and I read out the training materials, the A4 size paper, pens, pencils, hard drive, laptop, phone, camera, projector, sterile dressing tray, and this goes on, and the research materials as well.
Yes.
Now, they wrote to Jonas and gave a budget. A budget would include prices. Yours did not have a price,
Right.
right? Now, it further reads, and the cost for the materials are much higher than what was budgeted. Johannes is saying your cost of material are much more higher. Did you send a cost of material?
No, I can't remember, unless I go back to the emails and I check.
All right. So, it is approved, but I hope this is clear to everybody. Now, Johannes is telling the team that there's a red flag here. The amount seems to be way high, but it was just approved, and that's it. Do you understand?
Right. Yes.
And that was how monies were allocated. And you had told the commission that it was the procurement officer who went to Keraba, arranged with Keraba, and then you went to collect.
The items, I was called to collect the items, yes.
So just two things. When we asked that you be given time,
Please speak up a bit. We are not getting your answers.
Yes, I said to get the items from the pharmacy.
so just the last question for the day, and we'll apply to have you discharged, and we'll come back with the necessary information.
All right, thank you.
So there can only be two possible outcome, and I will tell you. Number one is either you conspired with them, or two, you do not want to implicate them. Whatever the answer is for you to provide the commission with the evidence. If the evidence cannot see you being not in conspiring with whosoever has done this, you will be implicated equally. So the choice is yours. Nobody's going to tell you how to decide based on this, but it's for you to say the truth. You understand that?
Right.
Mr. Chair, I will request that the witness provide her banking details. Were you paid to the bank, to your bank account at any point? Any amount, be it the allowance or money paid?
Yes, the allowances.
Only allowances?
Yes.
Well, have you ever been issued with a check? Do you know?
No, I can.
You have said you want to think about that.
I can.
So please, we will need your banking details as well.
Okay.
Right. Mr. Chair, unless there are questions for this witness, we will want the witness to be rescheduled around Wednesday, if it pleases the commission.
Okay. And let me just- So, Madam Phabian, thank you for coming. I hope you noted what we have requested from you to bring for us. So we will expect to see you on Wednesday.
Okay.
And you are discharged for the time being.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to know the email. You said I should send the corresponding emails.
Yes,
To whom shall I
corresponding
send it to?
emails with respect to the documents we have admitted because they are not authenticated, and we wouldn't know, where it has emanated from and who is the author of the documents. We cannot ascribe, ownership of these documents to, even though we have admitted them through you, right? So if there is any email, you making requests from the project team and they're responding to you, or you requesting from them and they're responding to you, vice versa,
Okay.
together with what the lead counsel has asked you to provide.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And my last question is, did the project construct the unit for this
The bond
for this
recycling.
bond, for the bond
Recycle center.
did they construct it?
Yes, they're constructed.
They constructed
Yes, it's at the pediatric.
at your pediatric unit at the RVH?
Yes.
Oh, okay. They constructed it?
Yes.
And they provided the equipment?
Equipment, yes.
All right. Okay, thank you. But did you have the opportunity of seeing the budget for the construction of that unit, or was it a refurbished unit
No.
at the RVH?
It's a complete building that they started.
It's a completely new
Building. And then
built unit?
Yes, and they link it to the surgical bond
Okay,
room.
all right. Oh, yes, I'm just been told that it's 1 o'clock and GRTS has taken the signal. So you are discharged. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you.
All right, thank you.